Hi, everybody. So, I wanted to share a thought that I've been having lately. So I've been reading the Bible and I have always read the Bible, but this time when I'm reading the Bible, it's like really coming to life, and it literally has always come to life. But this time, um, I have that clear understanding of like everything that God wrote in the Bible literally has a purpose. Um, so I have recently lost a close auntie of mine. Um, right now I'm in denial into the funeral, but I think about how prior to her death everything was fine. Um, Texting her. Um, she was in the hospital prior to her passing away, and I I put off visiting her again in the hospital because I get anxiety in the hospital ever since my mom's death. So I try to push through, but that hospital that she passed away in was the same hospital that my mom passed away in. So there are some triggering moments. But I did see her, and I was able to tell her that I loved her and made her laugh. But I thought that I had more time. And that has been an issue of mine. It's like you really don't know how short life is. And so I think about the Bible verse in Ephesians 4 and 26, where it says, "In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold." So the reason why I'm sharing that is because there's times when you may be mad at a person and you vow not to talk to a person again, and you just never know. You just never know what could happen to you, nor what could happen to the next person. See, for me, I have the sweet memory of saying I love you to her, and even looking back at the my text messages and her and her knowing that I loved her, like she knew that I loved her. But what if I had an argument with her? That would have been the last memory. So I know that scriptures per se does not pertain to like you just never know. It just pertains to a different thing, but I'm using it in an aspect of like, hey, you don't know. You don't know when somebody is going to have their last breath. We can only hope that all is well, but really you don't. And it is changing my mindset of trying to not let things bother me. Um, so if you guys listen to my past, uh, forgot which one it was, the title was, I think it was my joke moment. Yeah, it was my joke moment. I was mad at a particular person, and now we are friends. Well, we are homies again, as if nothing ever happened. And at first, prior to making that decision, of course, God led me to that because He put in my heart, like, hey, like, this is nothing you should hold a grudge about. Which, in essence, I don't feel like I was holding a grudge. I felt like I had a legitimate reason. But in God's eyes, no. It's one of those, it's that thing where it's like, I was just recently watching The Chosen, and The Chosen has this particular verse where it's like, Peter was asking God, in this show, how many times should he forgive? And Jesus was like 70 times 70. So it's like infinity time. And that's actually hard to do, especially when somebody hurts you. You're just like, oh, I have to forgive them. Sometimes I'll be like talking to God and be like, don't want to do that just yet. But now I see that it is so important to not hold a grudge. I say this to you, even though I still may have a hard time um, really forgiving some people. But, well, not just forgiveness. I can forgive. I just will just be like, I'm not going to talk to you no more. But within that, like I said, life is so short. So that could be your last words that you used to say to someone. So I just want to share that. I want to share that, like, we never know. We never know. And you want your last words to be positive and not negative. And I'm so grateful that I do have that, and to know that for her to know that I loved her. And I'm gonna miss her. Like, I'm so in denial. She was such a sweet auntie. I loved her so much. Um, yeah, I did. But again, that's part of life. You're born and then you die. But yeah, it's very, very important to really to let things go, because you just never know. So yeah, that is a thought I want to share. Until next time, bye.